I am Phil Heimlich, and we call this the radical middle. Last fall, a friend of mine who came into our Bible study and he advised us to stop watching the news. I think his point was that if we want to be godly men and women, we should focus on spiritual matters, not earthly ones. But being uninformed about what's going on in the world makes us ineffective as citizens and ignorant as voters. It also makes us susceptible to demagogues, conspiracy theories, and con men. Look at 1930s Germany as an example. Hitler was able to convince most Germans that the Jews had stolen victory from Germany in World War I. How did he do that? Because they didn't know any better. A lot of my fellow Bible thumpers focus on verses in the Bible that encourage us to get wisdom. And there are many that do that. But there are also many Bible verses that admonish us to get knowledge. In other words, to get the facts. Take Proverbs 23, verse 12. It says, apply your heart to discipline and your ears to words of knowledge. I'm going to give you a quick quiz to know if you're keeping up with what's going on in the world. Here's the first question. Last Friday, President Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, met in the Oval Office. What happened? Next question. Who does President Trump say started the war in Ukraine 3 years ago? Final question. What is USAID and what's happened to it in the last few weeks? With all due respect, if you don't know the answer to these questions, you are not keeping up. I encourage you to read up or listen to the news, and I'm not talking about talking heads or opinion pieces. NPR has a 10-minute podcast called Up First every morning that summarizes the news in 10 minutes. You can spare 10 minutes in your car driving to work, can't you? Remember, the Bible tells us that ignorance is not bliss. Or to put it another way, we don't want to be so heavenly minded that we're no earthly good. I'm Phil Heimlich, and this is The Radical Middle.